Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on Mega Goal 2.1. Today, we'll be exploring Unit 5, which is all about working 9 to 5, and we'll focus on writing skills. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the key points and objectives of this unit. So let's get started and see what we'll be learning together. All right, in this slide, we're focusing on the different activities we'll be doing today. First, we'll start by eliciting the main idea of each paragraph. This means I'll ask you to identify the key point or main message of each section. Next, we'll move on to writing an essay about an unusual job, which will help you practice your descriptive and narrative skills. Then, we'll answer some questions about the text to check your understanding and critical thinking. Finally, we'll complete a job title by using the information provided, which will reinforce your vocabulary and comprehension. These activities are designed to help you grasp the core concepts and connect them to the overall theme of the presentation. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at slide 3. The picture shows a man sitting on a tree. This image sparks curiosity and invites us to think about the scene and what it might represent. Now, you might notice that there are 4 numbers, 4, 3, 2, 1, placed alongside the picture. These could be indicating steps, levels, or perhaps a countdown related to the story or concept we're exploring. Next, we have a few questions on the slide. The first asks, what does the picture show? This encourages us to observe carefully and interpret what we see, understanding the significance of the man and the tree. The second question asks, how many paragraphs are there? Which prompts us to think about the structure of the passage or story associated with this image. It's a reminder that the content might be divided into sections, each serving a purpose. Finally, the slide asks, what is the title of the passage? This is a key point because the title often encapsulates the main idea or theme. It helps us connect the visual and textual elements, reinforcing the overall message. Throughout this slide, the goal is to develop our skills in observation, comprehension, and connecting visuals with written content. These questions serve as tools to deepen our understanding and prepare us to analyze stories more effectively. Remember, paying attention to details like these can really enhance our grasp of the material and support our overall learning objectives. Let's start with writing. When we talk about writing, we're referring to the act of navigating through a landscape, often on a bicycle, motorcycle, or even a horse. It's not just about moving from point A to B. It's about experiencing the environment around us, feeling the rhythm of the movement. Writing can be a form of transportation, recreation, or even a way to connect with nature. Next, we have art or painting. This is a different kind of movement. It's about creation and expression. Art allows us to interpret our world visually and emotionally. When we think of painting, we're considering how artists capture moments, feelings, and ideas on a canvas. It's a powerful way to communicate beyond words. Then there's noise. Noise is all about sound, but it often carries a connotation of distraction or chaos. Noise can be anything from the hustle and bustle of city life to background sounds that fill our environment. Recognizing noise helps us understand how our surroundings influence our mood and focus. Connecting these points to our overall theme, we see that movement, whether through writing or creating art, shapes our experience of the world. Noise, on the other hand, can either enhance or hinder that experience. Together, they remind us of the constant interplay between environment, perception, and expression in our daily lives. His employment prospects are quite promising, mainly because of current trends moving towards greener alternatives. This means there are more opportunities for careers that focus on sustainability and environmental care. He should be patient, methodical, and hardworking, because working with trees and nature requires dedication and attention to detail. It's also important that he's interested in working outdoors, in nature, and taking care of the environment around him. To get started, he'll need a related bachelor's degree, like in forestry, which provides the essential knowledge for this field. Throughout his career, attending seminars and workshops will be valuable. They help keep skills sharp and stay updated on the latest practices. Now an arborist, that's basically an official tree carer or tree doctor. Their job involves fertilizing, pruning, planting, and curing trees to ensure they stay healthy and safe. So, in summary, if he combines the right education, ongoing learning, and a passion for nature, he'll find a rewarding path in this growing field. Yes, it does. Yes, he does. For example, having a related bachelor's degree, such as in forestry, can really make a difference. The more you know about trees, the better you'll be able to meet the expectations of the role. It's important to see how specific knowledge directly contributes to effective performance. And yes, ideas and information are presented clearly, which is crucial in ensuring understanding. Clear communication helps us connect all these concepts and see how they fit into the bigger picture. So, in summary, having relevant education and effectively presenting ideas are key to success in this field. Now, let's talk about who is involved in this process. When I mention arborists and they, I'm referring to the professionals who work directly with trees. These are the experts responsible for assessing tree health, making pruning decisions, and ensuring safety. You in this context might be a property owner or someone involved in decision-making about trees. It's important to understand that arborists play a crucial role in maintaining the health and safety of our trees, which directly impacts our environment and community well-being. So overall, this slide emphasizes the key players in tree care and highlights the importance of collaboration between arborists and property owners. Recognizing their roles helps us appreciate the expertise needed to keep our trees healthy and safe for everyone. On this slide, we're focusing on how information is presented and the importance of understanding the context behind it. So, in paragraphs 2 and 3, you'll see that the objective information is shared in a straightforward, factual manner. This is where we get the key data and details that help us understand the situation objectively. It's all about presenting the facts clearly and accurately, which is essential for a solid foundation in any discussion. Now, moving to paragraphs 1 and 4, these sections share the writer's personal view and opinion. This is where subjective perspectives come into play, offering insights or interpretations that might influence how we perceive the objective facts. It's important to recognize these opinions because they shape the overall narrative and can impact our understanding of the information. By distinguishing between objective data and personal viewpoints, we can better evaluate the information, seeing both the facts and the context or biases that might be present. This approach helps us maintain a balanced perspective and connects directly to our overall theme of critical analysis and informed decision-making. So, understanding where the facts end and opinions begin is key to making well-rounded judgments. To become an arborist, it is essential that a person gains the necessary skills and knowledge through proper training and certification. This ensures that they can safely and effectively care for trees. Given current trends towards greener alternatives, I think it's also important to stay updated on sustainable practices and environmental awareness. For example, understanding how to preserve urban forests and promote biodiversity is increasingly valued. Although the profession requires technical expertise, it also involves a strong commitment to environmental stewardship. In other words, becoming an arborist is not just about working with trees, but about contributing to healthier ecosystems and communities. Let's talk about some helpful characteristics and skills for writing an opinion essay. First, it's important to be able to clearly present your ideas and support them with reasons and examples. This helps make your argument convincing and well-rounded. Next, think about the qualifications you need to have. Good writing skills are essential, of course, but also critical thinking, the ability to organize your thoughts logically, and to express your ideas clearly. So, what kind of job involves writing opinion essays? Well, many roles in journalism, marketing, or academia require this skill. Essentially, any job that involves communicating your ideas and persuading others can benefit from strong opinion essay writing skills. In summary, whether you're crafting an argument for a class assignment or contributing to a professional publication, these characteristics, clarity, support, organization, are key to doing it well. And remember, these skills connect to the larger goal of effective communication, which is central to many careers. When it comes to being a video games tester, attention to detail is absolutely essential. You need strong communication and analysis skills to effectively report what you find. Being able to clearly articulate bugs and glitches helps the development team fix issues efficiently. Creative skills are also important, especially if you have a background in fields like computer science or game design. An aptitude for playing video games across multiple platforms is key because it gives you a broad perspective on different game mechanics and user experiences. As a tester, your main task is to play through unfinished versions of the game and identify any errors or bugs. Once you find these issues, you write detailed reports for the developers. This process helps ensure that bugs and glitches are fixed before the game's final release, ultimately delivering a smoother experience for players. So, in summary, being thorough, communicative, and creatively inclined are all crucial qualities for success in this role, tying back to the larger theme of quality control and user experience in game development. Now, let's go over the key steps to keep in mind when you're writing an opinion essay. First, it's important to clearly state your opinion early on, so your readers know exactly where you stand from the beginning. Then, you want to support that opinion with strong reasons and evidence. This is what makes your argument convincing. Remember to organize your points logically, so your essay flows smoothly and your ideas build on each other. Don't forget to acknowledge opposing viewpoints. Addressing them shows you've thought about different perspectives and strengthens your position. Finally, wrap up with a clear conclusion that restates your main opinion and summarizes your key points. By following these steps, you'll create a well-structured, persuasive essay that connects your ideas clearly and effectively, which is essential in expressing your opinion confidently and convincingly. All right, for this final slide, I want to point you to your workbook on page 272, where you'll find exercise L. This is your homework, and it's designed to help reinforce what we've covered today. Take your time to work through the exercises carefully, as they are key to solidifying your understanding. Remember, the goal here is to connect the concepts we've discussed to real-world applications, so approach these exercises thoughtfully. If you encounter any challenges, revisit the main ideas from the presentation. Think about how the concepts fit together and their relevance. Completing this homework will not only deepen your grasp, but also prepare you for the next steps in your learning journey. So, I encourage you to give it your best effort.